Let's now get the insights of University of the Philippines law professor Dante Gatmaitan. Professor, thank you very much for talking to us.
Good afternoon, Ron. Good afternoon to all your listeners.
Hi, sir. Now, we want to get your thoughts on Attorney Salvador Panelo saying that the Philippine government, if it helps in the possible arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte, would be violating the Constitution in this case. What is your reaction to that, sir?
I don't find any legal basis for saying that because we are bound to fulfill our obligations under the Rome Statute. And we have obligations despite the fact that we withdrew a few years ago. And that includes cooperating with any ongoing investigation.
Okay, sir, let me read to you a portion of what he said. Salvador Panelo saying the Interpol is just an agency that facilitates or shares information. It doesn't have the power to arrest. It's a government that will do it for the Interpol, and the Interpol is doing it for the ICC. Your thoughts on that, sir?
Interpol is not going to conduct any arrest. They are an agency that helps follow persons who are wanted for one reason or another. And Interpol it does work with the ICC. And as we have been saying for years now, the ICC still has jurisdiction over the Philippines, at least to investigate those offenses that were committed while the Philippines was a part of the Rome Statute. Mm-hmm. So, in the end, it will be law enforcement agents who will execute the warrant, not Interpol.
Professor, I just want to ask you, are you familiar with the protocols and the processes of the ICC? Because we do want to talk about as well as this situation wherein we've been hearing reports of an arrest warrant that has been issued. Will you be able to talk to us about that?
There are probably other people who know the procedures better than I do.
Okay, sir, I was just checking. For this situation where the ICC may issue an arrest warrant, we do want to know what legal rights and protections would Mr. Duterte have? What would he be entitled to under both Philippine and international law if that warrant of arrest is executed, even if the Philippines has already withdrawn from the Rome Statute?
Mr. Duterte will be entitled to a defense. Mm-hmm. He has not been found guilty of anything. If he is arrested, it is so that he can face trial. And in that trial, he will have a defense. And, his own lawyers to try to prove that he is not liable under international law. So I think that might be part of the reason why they're apprehensive. It's not a finding of guilt. He's not going to jail. He will still have a trial, just like if you're being tried here in the Philippines.
Now, for this situation, is the Philippine government required to make sure that Mr. Duterte's rights are still protected, because he is, after all, still a citizen of the Philippines, and it wasn't the Philippine government that filed a complaint against him at the ICC?
The processes of the ICC ensure due process. His lawyers have to ensure that these safeguards are followed during the entire time that he's being tried. In a sense, you might say this is no longer in the hands of the Philippine government, except precisely because it's an international court that is dealing with the situation. So his lawyers have to make sure his rights are protected.
UP Law Professor Dante Gatmaitan. Professor, thank you very much for your thoughts.
Thank you.